got kicked off of a ride. Okay,
our special needs kid got kicked off of a ride.
Our special needs kid got kicked off of a ride.
Look, I wrote a theme song for us.
Oh, this is unexpected.
It's the truth about special needs. Wasn't that beautiful?
Nice. Super good.
Wrote it myself.
All right, we're back. It's been like 3 years.
Something like that.
Since we did our podcast. So our first topic of being back after 3 years.
In this new format. Do you
in
like
this
our
new
format?
Oh yeah, you guys can see
our beautiful faces.
And it's much shorter. You don't have to listen to us ramble on for...
It was like half an hour to an hour, depending on the
half
topic.
an hour to an hour, yeah. We don't have that kind of time. You guys don't have that kind of time to listen. We don't have that kind of time. Nobody has time.
Yeah. We, especially us.
Yeah, especially us.
You guys are just browsing Facebook all day. You probably have plenty of time for this, but not us.
Yeah, we don't do that at all.
Right. So we're going to keep these short, probably under 10 minutes average, maybe
Yeah.
even 5 if you're really lucky.
But what we want is, we really want questions and comments, because we want to know what you guys want to know about. We are
and
here.
we also like having our egos fed.
We weren't going to say that. Okay. We were just going to feel that.
I'm all about the truth part in our title. The truth.
Oh, the truth. Okay, so our first topic.
Okay, this is a good one.
So we were recently at a theme park, which will not be named.
It rhymes with mixed tags, so could be anything.
I didn't want to say the name because I didn't want to like incriminate.
And we didn't.
them.
We didn't say the name.
Okay.
So we're good.
So we're not incriminating anyone. We love this theme park. Okay. So.
Is that sign language for flags? I don't know.
I don't know what you were doing.
It was supposed to be a little flag.
It's supposed to be short, so we have to like get to it.
Sorry.
Okay. So we went to this theme park with our whole family. So for anyone who doesn't know us already, we have twins who are 8. All of our kids are boys. 3 kids. We have 8-year-old twins and a 5-year-old. So one of our 8-year-olds is our special needs kid, and he has cerebral palsy, and so he sits in a wheelchair and doesn't talk. He's spoon-fed. We kind of know what rides we can take him on. There's a few that we can like sit him on our lap or something. But I guess this was one we hadn't tried to take him on yet.
Yeah, who knew they'd have a problem with bungee jumping? No, it was like Jeeps.
It was like little Jeeps
on a little track.
So we go to the Jeeps, and I was gonna sit with Hunter.
He can't just sit by himself. He has to have someone supporting him.
Yeah. So I go in the first Jeep, and I get Hunter out of his wheelchair and sit down in the back seat of one of the little Jeeps, and we put Hunter right next to me. And then Chris and the other 2 boys were in the Jeep behind us, right?
Well, yeah, I got out because I was like, the whole point of me going was to go with the kids, and they're like, no, you're too big and fat to go in with the kids, so you have to go in your own Jeep.
Oh, they tried to make you go in your own Jeep, and then you were like, forget this.
Forget that.
This theme park is the worst. So Chris didn't even end up going, which was great because you got a really good picture.
I did get a great picture.
In the Jeep.
Yep.
Which will live on, which is ironic now for reasons you are about to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ride, what are they called?
Yeah, operator. So
the
like
operator.
some teenage kid was kind of running the ride, and he was kind of like,
the kid was like,
technically adults have to go in their own seat. They can't share a seat with the kid for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, well, this is probably fine because he can't go without you. But then another guy who's probably like 5 months older than that guy.
Maybe a 20-year-old.
Ooh, maybe
not a teen.
19 and a half.
Yeah.
Shows up, and you can tell he's got a different shirt on, so
he had a clipboard.
Ooh.
He was serious.
So he means business. So he shows up, and he kind of looks at Esther and Hunter sitting back there, and he's just kind of...
Well, he said, can you sit in the front and him in the back, or can he go in the front? Something. Yeah. They wanted the one person, I guess, to be there. So I said, oh, well, he can't sit by himself. I have to be sitting next to him. So then he's like, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. We have to have the adult sitting by themselves. So I was like, okay, well, I guess we can't go on the ride then.
Yeah.
And I kind of was hoping he would just be like, okay, well, that's fine, we'll let it slide.
Yeah.
But he didn't, because he
No.
had the clipboard, and I think
He's
was
a real
like,
by the
serious.
book kind of person.
Yeah, yeah. So he was like, oh, I'm really sorry you guys can't ride. And I was totally fine with that. I was like, okay, darn. So we like get out of the ride, and the other two boys stayed on the ride in the back, and they went around the little Jeep ride. So then as we were leaving, I think like two different guys, they were so furious. They were like, oh my gosh, they can't kick you out of this ride, and why'd they do that? And I said, well, they wouldn't let, they can't have the adult sitting next to the kid.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, they can't do that to you guys.
Yeah. So then we formed a little mob,
Mm-hmm.
and we just completely trashed the place.
Just our Slurpees, we were throwing stuff.
Slurpees,
It was
burning
awesome.
trash cans, tipping over roller coasters. It was pretty fulfilling.
And yeah, we were just like, this
Yeah.
theme park is the worst. We still didn't use the name because we didn't want to be too
Right.
offensive, but
Right. No, that didn't happen.
rewind.
That's a good rewinding sound. Sounded exactly like a rewind.
That's my rewind sound. We think it's totally dumb when people get mad that these kinds of situations happen.
We appreciate that they were mad on our behalf to some extent. We're
We
like, that's
totally
really sweet
did.
that they
I was
cared
like,
that
I'm
much.
glad that you're mad about my life. But here's the thing, I can't be mad about it. We can't be mad. All we're dealing with is just teenagers, basically, who are trying to follow the rules of their job.
Yeah.
And the Jeeps probably have something
Some
where
kind
when
of
they
weight
were
restriction
made,
thing.
they can't let it slide for one person, or they have to let it slide for everyone. And so I think that's what our truth for this episode is gonna be, is
Our truth.
we appreciate,
Speak your truth.
okay, here I go. We appreciate when people are upset on our behalf, but we are not upset. We did not feel like, oh my gosh, we got kicked off of a ride. Okay, that
Our special
happened.
needs kid
Our
got kicked
special
off of a
needs
ride.
kid got kicked off of a ride. So that happened. But the truth is, we didn't really care.
We understand they have reasons for it. We
Yeah.
understand they have their safety that is important and needs to be
Mm-hmm.
followed, even if it affects us and limits what we can do. The fact is, we are limited in what we can do, and we just kind of go into situations like this knowing that and understanding that, and not feeling entitled to that he gets to do everything, because we know he can't do all the things that other kids can do.
Yeah.
He can't hold himself up, and that does limit what he can do. Even if
Yep.
we don't understand the specific reasons, we're not gonna.
Yeah. And we're not going to express anger towards the poor ride operator who has no idea what's
Yeah.
going on. He felt bad. He's just trying to follow the rules at what's probably a summer job. And it's just like, he doesn't even know. He's just trying to do what someone told him to do. So on the flip side, though, we did get the pass.
They have a special pass for people with certain disabilities who have trouble waiting in line, and so that's a real nice blessing and a
Yeah.
real nice benefit that this park and a lot of other parks offer. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah, that was really awesome. That's one of the things, though, that we don't want to do, is expect the special treatment for us based on our disabled kid in the positive way. Like, okay, well, we want to, not wait in line because our son has, what's it called? His eyes.
His eyes.
His eyes and the sun do not go well together. He can't wait in the sun.
Right.
He just doesn't do well when he's not in shade. So if the line's in the sun, we really appreciate that we get to go ahead in line. But the flip side of that is you also have to recognize when you're not able to do something because of your disability.
Yeah.
We love and appreciate when we're given extra special treatment, but we also realize that sometimes it means you can't do stuff, and we got kicked off a ride. And we're not mad. We have a picture that's really cute of Hunter and I sitting on the Jeep, and he didn't even ride the ride. But he had so much fun on the Jeep that it's like, I don't even know if we needed to ride the ride.
Hashtag worth it.
Totally.
Plus, we get to tell people indignantly, our special needs child got kicked off of a ride.
Yep.
That always wins.
Yeah, and you can get,
that's a good clickbait title right there.
You can get good support.
Yeah.
With that, people get really, really mad. Those two guys, total strangers, they were so mad on our behalf. And I just wanted to tell them they'll be okay and everything's going to be fine. And then wheel my
Where were those
wheelchair
guys
away.
when I wanted to go in the ball pit and they wouldn't let me? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they also don't let Chris on half the rides he wants to go on.
Super annoying.
But that's for another podcast. Yeah. When you actually are mad.
All right, well that's our story for today. That's our truth about special needs.
Yep.
See, we did that.
Mm-hmm.
Tight. We said the name.
I like when you say the name in the
of the thing in the thing.
Yeah. Usually it's a movie. I'm always so excited. They said the name of the movie in the movie. Oh, I don't know why that's so fulfilling, but send us questions, thoughts, ideas, topics that you'd want to hear about. This was our best shot at returning and trying to come up with something interesting to talk about for a couple minutes.
If you have questions about what it's like or ideas for any other future topics, let us know. And if you're viewing on YouTube, hit subscribe. There's a subscribe button maybe here or there, somewhere
down. They're never pointing at the right spot. Why do they even try to point? Just say subscribe. People know.
Subscribe.
Yes, just subscribe. We're not even gonna try.
Or
to
don't.
point.
Like I don't care. But I do.
Well, but do.
I do. This was the flag.
I didn't really get that.
See, this is the pole, and then this is the flag.
Yeah, it's weird
I was
because you don't know. I mean, yeah.
I don't know how to do
I don't
flag
even know
assembly.
if your hands are visible in the shot.
Yeah, because I put them in front of my face.
Oh, okay.
So this is the flag.
I think it's better to
Maybe not.